Hey, look at these guys. I remember these guys. It's a long time, man.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Thanks, man. You know, one of those amazing things about when you finish a movie, right, is like you kind of don't get to ever see these characters you fall in love with, right? You're like, oh, I'll never touch Norman again, or Coraline, or whoever. Well, and they're back.
They're here, man.
Justin was the original animator of the Alvin breakdance scene in ParaNorman, and to have him back here about to animate Norman doing his version of the Alvin breakdance scene was just a really special way to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of ParaNorman.
When I joined ParaNorman, you set me loose on the test unit. I'd never touched Alvin before, and you're like, here's Alvin, there's a dancing thing you're gonna do, go play around. And then you guys are like, okay, we like this, we like that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put this and then this, and you cut it all into the edit. And when you brought me into edit, I got to see all of them together, and it was like, holy crap, that's amazing.
It's gonna be fun seeing Norman do some of these things.
I didn't know, I know, like his version, right? The process of creating this piece was, you know, me throwing a bunch of dances out there. So this is like a really great way to mine a piece of acting. So I did about 10 different dances before we kind of hodgepodge the one that became the Norman zombie dance. Of course, when you try to do that with the real puppet, everything changes. So improvisation is a huge part of what we do. And you know, you adjust and make it cooler and take what you want and push the timing here or there. And that's where we're going next. The main thing was to try to tap into the film, of course, into the character, Norman himself, and being kind of a shy guy, but definitely wanting to try out Alvin's dance space. And then, you know, I get to be creative, which is really fun, and then we land on a performance. Last night I did the block, first basically going in and creating the poses, the timing, and the performance basically of what the character is, but on a low frame rate. Very, very important part of the process, because basically not only do you familiarize yourself with how this character is moving, and I'm familiar with Norman because I worked with him a long time ago, but there's still limits that each character has that you have to basically improvise as you're creating an animation. Coming back to Norman 10 years later, when I knew the time had come and passed, that I would never touch that puppet again, was incredibly special, let alone to animate him. You know, just holding him can be special, but to breathe life into him is just like, it's precious.